My name is Matthew Fitt and I am a writer, teacher. I live locally at Pitnane and I've had a brilliant time here at Forth Primary School. The Forth Valley Walking Group heard the story that there was a broken sword, a Covenanter sword found up on Blacklaw Moor, and they just had a fragment of the story.
How did it get broken? He said, I found it on Blacklaw Moor years ago when he was a minor. He found it in a barn. He said it belonged to a Covenanter and it was broken when they were in a fight with the Cavaliers. So
they thought it might be a good idea to see if the local primary school could make something of it. They asked me to get involved, and we've been working with this primary 6-7 class for the past 5 weeks, trying to get their heads around the National Covenant.
January 1637, the English forced the Scottish to read the English prayer book. July 1637, Jenny Geddes froze a stool at the Archbishop at St Giles Street. 1638, Scots signed National Covenant in Greyfriars Kirk.
Trying to bring that alive and bring that to life has been a major challenge, but the children have risen to it and I'm really proud of them.
We are Primary 6-7 at Forth Primary School. We have been learning about the National Covenant. This was a piece of paper signed in 1638 in Edinburgh. It was against the Book of Common Prayer, or as we called it, the Hallelujah Book. We wrote our own covenant, which was against killing. We all signed it in the playground.
We're trying to avoid as much as possible bringing in the modern version of the Covenanters and the Cavaliers. Most of the children would know this in terms of football teams. So to avoid any sort of daftness, we talked in terms of Covenanters, Cavaliers, kept it quite anodyne, and it's meant that the children have explored this without any prejudice. Both sides, there were good people and bad people on both sides.
Cavaliers! So there I ran, jumped and hid behind trees. The drum beat and the horses were in the distance.
My name is Margaret Campbell. I am 11 years old. My father is a Captain Cavalier. I am really worried about him. He's gone off on his horse again to fight the Covenanters.
It's hard enough trying to get the children to think about World War II. That's ancient history. But getting back into local history has been a very important thing for this class. They've been very animated and engaged about thinking about the Forth in terms of a place where something exciting happened, and that's been great fun.
1660. This is Charles II. He broke his promise to the Covenanters.
The children, before, if we talked about national history and the kings of the time of the 17th century and the civil wars, the wars in the three kingdoms, in those terms, the children would go, that sounds very good, but that's nice, but what's next? But saying that on Blacklaw Moor, where they've visited, where they've been to the wind turbine farm, and also they've done a lot of research on the bell pits and the mining at Wilsontown and the iron works, and so they know the local area quite well, but they had no idea that these conventicles, these meetings were taking place over a period of 20 years in the 1660s to 80s, and it's something that they now have a sense of Scotland's history. They know about King Charles I, he gets his head cut off, his Bishop Laud tried to impose the Book of Common Prayer. The children interpreted that as the Hallelujah Book. The whole project is called The Broken Sword and the Hallelujah Book. And so they really understand now the national situation and how it linked into their local situation. And I'm fairly sure that the descendants of these Covenanters are here in the Forth. So it makes it local, it makes it real, and it makes it exciting.
I'm so cute with this fight.